Hey everyone, Kayley here. Today we're doing my foundation routine. This is the foundation routine that I wear in all of my videos and you guys have requested it a lot. First off, I have really chapped lips right now, so I'm starting out by applying some lip balm before I do anything. Then I'm actually going to start off with my concealer, and this is the MAC ProLongwear concealer, and I'm using the Real Techniques setting brush because it's nice and fluffy and it disperses the product really well. I'm starting out by applying it underneath my eyes and then blending it down and over my cheeks so that I can cancel out any redness on my cheeks. The reason why I do my concealer first is because this is a very full coverage concealer and you always have to pump out an entire pump with this product and you don't really need a whole pump. So I use it first and cover up a lot of my blemishes, and then I just use my foundation afterward to just refine things. So my concealer actually ends up doing a lot of the work. I use the extra that's on my brush to go ahead and cover up any redness on my nose, and then I use whatever extra I have on my hand to cover up the redness and slight hyperpigmentation that I have around my mouth. And basically I just use little circular motions and buff that in, and then I move on to my foundation and I add that on to any areas that need a little bit of extra coverage or any areas that don't already have foundation, like my forehead. Once I have that there, I'm using a Real Techniques buffing brush and circular motions to buff that into place. And then on the areas that need a little bit more coverage, I use a patting motion because that deposits more product and causes a little bit more coverage. You'll see me do that on my nose because my nose has a lot of weird like reddish pigmentation, so I use this kind of patting motion just to get a little bit more coverage there. And then again on my forehead, I don't really need a lot of coverage, so I buff it all out across my forehead so that it all blends really nicely. And then I like to set the concealer under my eyes before moving on to anything else. So I use this MAC powder and a Sigma brush, and I pinch the end of the brush so that it is a little bit denser and it deposits more product. And I pat the product underneath my eyes to keep my eyes from creasing underneath. Then I'm going to move on to contouring, and I'm using this L'Oreal concealer, and it's just a couple shades darker than my skin, and another Real Techniques setting brush. This is a different one so I don't accidentally mix the two products. And I put a line right through the contour of my cheek and then use this brush to blend it out. I like this method because it's very easy to blend and it's also very subtle, so it doesn't end up looking like a 5 o'clock shadow or anything on your face. You just have a nice, very subtle contour. Then I move on by setting everything with my powder all over my face. And I'm really just going for a very light application so that I make sure that everything is set and won't move throughout the day. Then I will add in some blush. This is the blush that I've been using quite often, and I use it just over the contour on my cheekbones. And then I'll go on to a highlighter usually, and I often have been using Soft and Gentle because I like how it looks, just over the top of my cheekbones. And then I finish everything off with my Bridal Makeup Finish Setting Spray by Skindanavia. I like this one because it gives a slightly dewy look to the skin and takes away any kind of powderiness or cakiness the makeup might have. But that's it. This is the foundation that really works for me. I've changed it up over the years depending on what my skin needs, but this is what works on me right now. Hopefully this helps you guys out, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah! Bye!